Hello, myself Dr. K.W. Pawar from Department of Botany, रयत शिक्षण संस्थाज राव बहादुर नारायणराव बोराव की कॉलेज श्रीरामपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट अहमदनगर. Friends, today I am going to deal on the topic that is types of osmosis. Here the topic is from class FY BSc. There is the paper, botany paper second, BO 122, Principles of Plant Science. Here from this there is the topic that is the types of osmosis. Previous video I dealt on the particular osmosis concept, definitions, mechanism. Now today we are going to see the types of osmosis. Then there is the turgor pressure, wall pressure and importance of osmosis in particular plants. Okay. As osmosis is a special kind of diffusion through the membrane. It is the diffusion of water through the differently permeable membrane. Here there is the diffusion of water takes place, or diffusion of water from the particular osmosis, but here there is the particular through the differently permeable membrane, and the diffusion takes place from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. I very well explained in previous video with the help of the particular YouTube experiment how there is the diffusion of water takes place, or translocation of water takes place through the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. Here there are the three types of osmosis. Basically it is two types, but when we are going to consider the no osmosis in plant, that's why here I am going to tell you the three type of osmosis. First of all, exoosmosis. Osmosis. Then endoosmosis. And third type, what we call, there is the no osmosis. Okay, exoosmosis, endoosmosis and no osmosis. First of all, there is the exoosmosis. What do you mean by exoosmosis? Exoosmosis means what? The osmotic movement of solvent in a cell is depending upon the external conditions of the cell. What is osmotic movement? Osmotic movement of the particular solvent in cell, of solvent in a cell. This osmotic movement of solvent in a cell is depend upon the particular external condition, external factors, or what we call external conditions of the cell. If the cell is placed in hypertonic solution, in previous video I explained the types of solution: hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic type of solution. Okay, so if the cell is placed in the hypertonic solution, the water from the cell shaft will come out. Whatever the water from the cell shaft come out, as a result cell may become the dehydrated. Suppose once there is the water from the cells that are come out, and as a result of this the cells become dehydrated, shrink, contract, and what we call it as the exoosmosis. In very simple here, when cell is kept in the, but the solution is hypertonic. When the cell is kept in the hypertonic solution, water from the cell sap is came out and cell become dehydrated or shrink, or what we call it as the, it's showing the particular exoosmosis. For here there is the, suppose this one is the cell and the cells is kept in the particular solution, then this will be shrink and the cell get dehydrated. Another one example with the help of the particular grapes. Suppose here there is the particular grapes are placed in a sugar solution. This particular sugar solution is a concentrated sugar solution. Concentrated sugar solution is here. After some time, what will happen? Okay. What will happen about this particular grapes? When the grapes will place into the particular concentrated sugar solution, or what we call it as the hypertonic solution, these grapes get shrinked, or what we call it as the particular dehydrated grapes. Means what will happen? There is the dehydration of the particular cell takes place, or waters come out from the cell, and we call it as the process of the exoosmosis. Okay. Then before the endoosmosis, there is the concept that is the particular we focus on the noosmosis. What happened in the noosmosis? Here we had seen the exoosmosis, where there is the hypertonic solution is there, concentrated solution is there, and then there is the particular water come from the cell sap. If the cell is placed in a isotonic solution, here there is the hypertonic solution. Okay, in case of exoosmosis. Here, in case of noosmosis, if the cell is kept in the particular isotonic solution, the water concentration of cell sap and outer solution is same. Whatever the water concentration of cell sap, water concentration of cell sap and outer concentration is same. So that time what we call, there is the process, or what we call noosmosis is occurred. Okay, because the solution is the isotonic one, so that the water concentration of the cell sap and outer concentration of the cell sap is again same. That's why there is the process what we call the noosmosis. Then there is the endoosmosis. Third thing is that if the cell are placed in here hypotonic solution, here there is the use of the particular hypotonic solution. What will happen if the cells are placed in the hypotonic solution? The water from outside of the cell, water from outside the cell will enter into the cell. Outside water enter into cell. Okay, here when there is the cells that are placed in the hypotonic solution, the outside water enters into the cell. As a result, cell become turgid, which is known as the endoosmosis. As a result, cell become turgid. Means what? Cell turgid here due to the particular absorption of water, or water enters into the particular cell. Here again we can put the two examples. Okay, here there is the resin that are placed into the particular hypotonic solution. Okay, after the some time, what will happen? There is the swelling of resin takes place. Here there is the swelling of resin. You can see here swelling of resin takes place due to this particular outside water enter into the cell, or the outside solution, what we call hypotonic solution, enter into the cell, and that's why there is the resin become the turgid one, and the process is called as the what we call endoosmosis. The process is called endoosmosis. Okay, so three things are responsible here, or three solutions. When there is the cells are kept in the hypertonic solution, then there will be the exoosmosis occur. When there is the cell are kept in the hypotonic solution, that time there is the endoosmosis occur. And when the cell are kept in the particular isotonic solution, that time there is the particular no osmosis occur. Okay, so these are the types of the osmosis. Then what do you mean by the next thing is that there is the particular Turgor pressure. Turgor pressure, or what we called it as the TP. Turgor pressure, or what we called TP, one can define the Turgor pressure. It is defined as the pressure developed. It is defined as the pressure developed on the cell, developed on the cell wall, on the cell wall due to turgidity in the cell. Okay, so Turgor pressure is defined as the pressure that develop on the cell wall. Now, in case of the endoosmosis, we had seen the cell become turgid. Okay, so in case of Turgor pressure, the pressure develop on the cell wall due to the turgidity in the cell. When cell is kept in hypotonic solution, water from outside, as I already told you, water from outside enter into the cell, and due to which the cell become turgid, and due to the cell become turgid and develops a pressure called as the turgor pressure. When cells are kept in the particular hypotonic solution, the cell become, water enter into the cells and cell become turgid and the pressure develop or become turgid, pressure develop and called it as the turgor pressure. When equilibrium is established, when equilibrium is established, entry of water stop at certain point, at a certain step, or when there is the, once the equilibrium is attained, the entry of water stop into the cell, and the because in that condition what will happen, OP is equal to the TP. Means what? Osmotic pressure is equal to turgor pressure. Okay. So when there is the certain equilibrium is established, that time in cell entry of water gets stopped, and because why there is the entry of water stop, because that time here osmotic pressure is equal to the particular turgor pressure. Okay, so this is about the turgor pressure. Then next one is the particular wall pressure. Wall pressure, or what we call it as the WP. Wall pressure. What do you mean by wall pressure? When a plant cell is kept in the pure water, plant cell kept in pure water, the external water enter into the cell, external water enter into the cell due to the difference in the concentration, due to difference in the concentration gradient. Okay, very simple thing is here. When plant cell kept in the pure water, the external water enter into the cell due to the difference in the concentration gradient, and as a result of this, the flaccid cell become turgid. The flaccid cell become turgid. What is the reason behind this? When there is the entry of external water into the cell and there is the differences in the concentration gradient. This is important. There is the differences in the particular concentration gradient. As a result of this, the flaccid cell become turgid. The cell wall, which is elastic, the cell wall which is elastic develops a pressure on which develops a pressure. The cell wall which is elastic develops a pressure which is known as the particular wall pressure or what we call WP. Okay, so here very simple concept is here. When the plant cell are kept in the water, external water enters into the particular cell due to the difference in the concentration gradient. As a result of this, flaccid cell become turgid, and when the cell get turgid or swell, the cell wall which is elastic one, we know that cell wall is elastic one, develop a pressure on the wall which is known as the wall pressure, Generally, the turgor pressure is equal to wall pressure. Generally, what will happen? There is the turgor pressure is equal to the wall pressure. Okay, so this is about the wall pressure. Then last point, that is the importance of osmosis in plants. Importance of osmosis in plants. What are the importance? How the osmosis plays the role in case of the particular plant. The absorption of water by the root hair. First of all, absorption of or what we called plant water relation. First importance, plant water relation. How osmosis plays the role in case of the plant water relation. Absorption of water by the particular root hairs and movement of water from one living cell to the another living cell. Okay, to the another living cell, this is due to the particular osmosis. Means what? The absorption of water by the root hair and the movement of water or transfer of water from one living cell to the another living cell, and what we called it as the plant water relation, and this is occur due to the particular osmosis. Then osmosis is responsible for movement of the particular water from from the non-living xylem into the living cell. Means we know there is the xylem element, it is the non-living, and it is the osmosis is responsible for the movement of water from non-living xylem to the particular living cell. Then another importance of osmosis, turgor pressure developed due to the osmosis. As we already seen, there is the turgor pressure Tp that developed due to the particular osmosis make it possible the growth of the particular plants. Due to the particular turgor pressure, it makes the growth of the plant. Then it is also responsible for keeping the young stem erect. Okay, so osmosis is also responsible for keeping the young stem erect. Then again, osmosis is responsible for developing the growing tissues. what we call growing tissues in especially in case of the young root. That's why root get penetrate into the soil. So this is the major role again, osmosis. This osmosis is responsible for developing the force in the what I say, developing the force in the particular growing tissue and especially in the young roots. Again, opening and closing of the flower. Opening and closing of the flower, and another thing is that there is the sleeping movement of the leaves, that is again controlled by the particular osmosis. Okay, sleeping movement of leaves, then opening and closing of the flower. Then last one is again there is the osmosis control the distribution of the water in the particular plant body or different parts of the plant body. So it is very important in plants. So these are all the importance of the osmosis in plant. Okay friends, this is all about the types of osmosis, turgor pressure, wall pressure and importance of osmosis in plant. Okay, thank you.